Students, now we can discuss on about dormant company. What is a dormant company? Usually we discuss the topic about dormant company with regarding discussion of about or learning of about the winding up of companies. Therein the dormant words mean sleeping. Okay, we can discuss. But herein, being discussing various classification of companies and being classifying companies on the basis of other criteria, we have to discuss what a dormant company is. Section 455 of the Companies Act 2013 clearly defines what a dormant company is. What's a dormant company as per the definition? As per the definition, any of the following two companies that can be the dormant company. The first one is a company formed and registered under the Act. Act means Companies Act 2013 to hold a future project for a future project to hold an asset or intellectual property and has no significant transactions. Such a company can be a dormant company or a company which is an inactive company which has made application to the register in the manner prescribed for the status of dormant company. Such a company can also be a dormant company. With regard the definition specified in section 455 of the Companies Act 2013, any of these companies, a company formed and registered under the Act for future project or to hold an asset or intellectual property and has no significant accounting transaction, that company or an inactive company which has made application to the register in the manner prescribed for the status of dormant company, any this company can be a dormant company. With regard to definition, let's see some more term. What is an inactive company? See, in the definition there is the term inactive company. An inactive company is a company which is not carrying on business or operation, or an inactive company is a company which is not having significant accounting transaction for preceding 2 financial years. Such a company can be an inactive company. Also, an inactive company includes a company which has not filed financial statements or a company which has not filed annual returns for preceding 2 years. Such a company can also be an inactive company. Okay. Regard the definition, let's look one more term. Significant accounting transaction. See, here we have defined what is significant accounting transaction with regarding looking at the definition of dormant company. No significant accounting transaction. See, formed and registered to hold asset or intellectual property and has no significant transaction. What is this significant accounting transaction? Significant transaction means significant accounting transaction. Significant accounting transaction includes any transactions other than the following transactions. What are the transactions which are not included as significant accounting or which is not calculated as significant accounting transaction? The following payments are not considered as significant accounting transaction. Payment of fees by a company to register, that is not a significant accounting transaction, or a payments made by the company to fulfill the requirements of this act, that means Companies Act 2013, or any other law, that is not significant accounting transaction, or any payments made for the maintenance of the office and records. Such records of the company, such payments are also not significant accounting transaction, and the expenses related with the allotment of shares to fulfill the requirements of the act, that is also not counted as significant accounting transaction with regard to the Companies Act 2013. Any transactions other than these transactions are included in significant accounting transaction for considering a dormant company. And application to register. In the definition, we have also discussed regard the application to register. See, an inactive company on making application to register in the manner prescribed for the status of dormant company. That's also included in the definition of a dormant company. What is that application to register, or how the application to the register is made? Application to register means as application made by the company to the register to being a dormant company. How this application is made? The application is made in form MSC 1 of companies with regard companies miscellaneous rules 2014 for obtaining the status of dormant company. In MSc, in form MSc 1, the application is made as per regard the provisions of companies miscellaneous rules 2014. What for the applications is made for obtaining the status of dormant company. What more to say about financial statements of this dormant company? Or what more to say about this dormant company? The financial statements of dormant company does not include cash flow statement. What is cash flow statement? Cash flow statement is a statement concerned with cash inflows and cash outflows. With regard the cash outflows regarding the operation, regarding the activities of the company. Okay, the financial statement regarding the cash flow statement, I will make a separate video sooner. Anyway, the financial statement, and being discussing about the financial statement, cash flow statement is as a matter of content in this financial statement. But regard to the dormant company, the financial statement does not include cash flow statement and at least one meeting of board of directors that must be held each half of calendar year and gap between two meetings. Two what meetings? Two meetings of board of directors. That should not be less than 90 days. That is also a matter of concern with regard dormant company. I mean, there are various meetings which a company holds. In the earlier videos, we have mentioned about annual general meeting, etc. This board meeting means meeting of board of directors. Annual general meeting, therein I specified. That's a meeting where the directors and shareholders meet directly. And here, with regard dormant company, at least one meeting. The board of directors are interested to look after the day-to-day functioning of the company, and the meeting of board of directors. The board of directors, it's a board of directors meeting. That must be made at least one meeting of board of directors each half of the calendar year, and in each half of the calendar year, at least one meeting of board of directors should be made. And the gap between two board of directors meeting, that should not be less than 90 days. That should not be less than 90 days. Okay. Now going more on the topic. What is the procedure for getting the status of dormant company? This on we can discuss now. See how a company changes to a dormant company. A company can be converted to a dormant company by the following ways. Either on companies on application or company of being not fulfilling certain criteria, the company will be converted to dormant company. In the earlier session, we had said an inactive company which is not carrying on business operations having significant accounting transaction for preceding 2 financial years, or a company which has not filed financial statements or annual returns, that will become an inactive company. And this inactive company on application, making application on its own to the register in the manner prescribed for the status of dormant company may be converted to dormant company. That's meant with regarding company being not fulfilling certain criteria. Companies on application and otherwise being the company not fulfilling certain criteria, the company will be converted to dormant company. Let's see on that. Here we can discuss the procedure for getting the status of dormant company. What are the procedures complied to done for getting? What are the procedures taken for to get the status of dormant company? It's a company initiating various procedures to get the status of dormant company. First of all, the company call board meeting and call extraordinary general meeting, EGM. Board meeting is board meeting is the meeting of board of directors. We have already mentioned, and extraordinary general meeting is also a general meeting which is called upon extraordinarily for dealing with specific extraordinary or uncasual matters. This is a meeting done other than from the annual general meeting which is conducted every year, where the shareholders and directors meet. Okay. For a company to get the status of dormant company, the company called board meeting and the company called extraordinary general meeting. Therein, the company passed a resolution. Therein, the company passed resolution to authorize director to make application to register of companies for getting the status of dormant company. First of all, the company called board meeting and extraordinary general call for board meeting and extraordinary general meeting, and also the company passed resolution for authorizing director to make application to ROC for getting the status of dormant company. Being regards to the company issue notice of general meeting, and the company engage chartered accountant to issue statement of affairs. The company hold extraordinary general meeting. The company issue notice of general meeting. And the company also engage chartered account. Being after issuing the notice of general meeting, the company engage chartered accountants to issue the statement of affairs of the company. Also, after the company hold general meeting and pass resolution or consent of 3/4 of shareholders in value. For a company to be converted into dormant company, it's a shareholders' consent that is must. The company must get 3/4 of the shareholders, 3/4 shareholders in value. Such shareholders' consent for passing the resolution for converting the company to dormant company. And this is done this is done at the extraordinary general meeting, therein bringing the matter, everything is specified in the notice itself. They're being discussing on the matter, and finally getting consent, the company passed resolution or consent of 3/4 of the shareholders in value for converting the for converting the company into dormant company. After that, the company file in E-form MGT 14 with ROC. File E-form MGT 14 with ROC to convert the company into dormant company. And after that, the company also file form MCS 1 with the register of the companies. These are the procedures done by the company for being getting converted to dormant company. Okay. The company has filed dismissed documents. What's next? Now the application everything is with the register, and the register being considering the application made by the company. The register on consideration of application by the company allow the status of dormant company. And it's the register who allow the status of dormant company and issue certificate in if register is satisfied that the company has fulfilled all the requirements for getting the status of dormant company. The register definitely allow the status. The register consider the application of the company and allow the company the status of dormant company. Regards of the register issue certificate in form MSC2. Allowing the status of dormant company. The certificate is issued in form MSC2. The register shall maintain a register of dormant companies in its website www.mca.gov.in. It's in this website, the register also maintain a register of dormant companies. The website is www.mca.gov.in. And around we can discuss the topic. If a company has not filed, earlier we have specified that a company how a company changes to dormant company, companies on application. Here we have discussed the procedure being complied by a company for getting the status of dormant company. Company called various meetings, the register considering the applications of the company conducting various meetings and passing resolution and filing certain forms regard the application for converting the company into dormant company, the register being considering the application, allowing the status of dormant company, issuing certificate in MSC2, in form MSC2, and the register maintaining the register of dormant companies in the website www.mca.gov.in. We have discussed this much. This being regard with converting the company on companies on application. See, the other case is company being not fulfilling certain criteria. That under we can discuss. If a company has not filed financial statements or annual returns for 2 financial years consecutively, the register shall issue notice to enter name in register of dormant companies. Here the company is not making any application or not complying any formalities for converting that company to dormant company. Here the register is issuing notice to the company to enter the name of the company, and issuing notice, the content of the notice is the register specifying the company, that the company is going to be entered into the register of the dormant companies. In what case this procedure is being done? Being company has not filed financial statements or annual returns for 2 financial years consecutively, the register may further with this proceedings. This come under converting of this come under the converting a company to dormant company, being company not fulfilling certain criteria. Before we have discussed the conversion of a company into dormant company or companies on application. Here, when a company is not filing financial statements or annual returns for 2 financial years consecutively, the register himself issuing notice for entering the name of company into the company of enter the name of the company into the register of dormant companies and entering the name in the register of dormant companies. And here, okay, what more to say? The directors for a dormant company, more on saying about dormant company, the directors of the dormant company must be minimum 3 in case of public company, 2 in case of private company, and 1 in case of one-person company. And regarding the rotation of auditors, the provision of Companies Act 2013 is not applicable to dormant company regard matter of rotation of auditors, and the return of dormant company that must be audited by chartered accountant in practice in form MSC 3 within 30 days for the end of financial year. Within 30 days for the end of financial year. Okay, this is the matters regarding the directors, rotation of auditors, and return of dormant company. Return of audit, once more not return of dormant company that must be audited by chartered account in practice in form MSC 3 within 30 days from the end of financial year. Okay. The other point to note is that a dormant company can become active company. A dormant company, a company which is converted into dormant company, that can again be converted into an active company. How a dormant company again gets converted to an active company? That can be done either by companies on application, being the company making application regard, so it can be converted, or being significant accounting transaction within the dormant period. A significant accounting transaction that is happening to the company to the company which is being converted dormant within that dormant period, then the company will be considered again to be an active company. With regard to the first case, companies on application. Being a company, it's on applying to become an active company, the application must be made in form number MSC 4. And okay, if a company, that is the case 1, where the company is on application, a company gets a dormant company again get converted back to active company on companies on application. The next case is significant accounting transaction within the dormant period. A significant accounting transaction is happening within the dormant period. In that case, the directors within 7 days of such event. Such event means the happening of significant transaction within the dormant period. The directors of the company within 7 days of such event file application to Register of Companies for the status of active company. In this case also, being significant accounting transaction that is happening with regard the company within the dormant period, the directors within 7 days of such event is filing application to ROC for the status of active company. The next point is the register shall strike the name of dormant company from the register of dormant companies. The register can strike the name of company from the register of dormant companies. When the register is doing so, when the company is failing to comply the requirements of this session, the register shall strike the name of the company from register of the companies, being when the company failed to comply the requirements of this session with respect to dormant companies as regard to Companies Act 2013. And if a company remains dormant for a continuous period of 5 years, ROC should give a reasonable opportunity. If a company the register will strike the name of the company from the register of the companies in the circumstance the company failed to comply the requirements of the session. Also, there is a point. A company remains dormant for a continuous period of 5 years and the ROC is giving reasonable opportunity of being heard to the company. After giving such reasonable opportunity to the company, the registrar of the company can strike the name of dormant company from the register of dormant companies. Further, the company is not complying with any provisions or the company is not giving proper explanations on regard the matters concerned. Okay. After considering the application, the ROC will issue a Form MSC 5 allowing the status of an active company. We have already discussed a dormant company can become an active company. A dormant company may become an active company by two modes: when significant accounting transaction happening or companies on application, whatever the case may be. The ROC will issue a Form MSC 5 allowing the status of an active company to the dormant company after considering the application. In neither of the case, a significant accounting transaction happening or company itself applying for, in either the case, the matter of filing application to ROC is being made and the ROC will issue in a Form MSC 5 allowing the status of an active company after considering the application, of being satisfied that everything with regard is complied with. Every requirement regard is being complied by the company. Now we can discuss what are the company which is not eligible to get the status of dormant company. Certain companies are not eligible to get the status of dormant company, or certain companies are not eligible to apply for the status of dormant company. What are those companies? A company regard which inspection, inquiry or investigation is ordered, taken up or carried out. Such company is not eligible to get the status of dormant company, or such company cannot make application for getting the status of dormant company. Then, a company having outstanding public deposits, a company having outstanding public deposits, or there is default in outstanding public deposits, or default of interest regarding outstanding public deposits, such company is also not eligible to get the status of dormant company. Then a company with regarding a persecution is initiated and the persecution is being pending, such company is also ineligible to apply for the status of dormant company. Then a company which has defaulted in payments of workman's due, such company also is ineligible to apply for the status of dormant company. Then a company where outstanding statutory taxes, dues, duties, etc. of central government, state government and local authorities are pending. That means such pending, the company having pending statutory tax pendings with regarding the statutory taxes, dues, duties, etc. of central government, state government and local authorities. Such company are also ineligible to apply for the status of being dormant company. And If the application to get the status of dormant company that is made with an objective to deceive creditors, such company is ineligible to get the status of dormant company. And if the application for the status of dormant company is made to defraud any persons, company is ineligible to apply for the status of dormant company. And a company which is listed on any stock exchange within or outside India, um, such a company is also not eligible to apply for the status of dormant company. See, company, here we are discussing company not eligible to get the status of dormant company. These companies we are discussing are not eligible to get the status of dormant company. A company which is listed on any stock exchange within or outside India, such company is not eligible to get the status of dormant company. And a company where an outstanding loan is being pending, the outstanding loan may be secured or secured or unsecured. Either the case, if an outstanding loan is pending, such company is also ineligible to ineligible to get the status of dormant companies. See, in case of here we have mentioned that a company which has outstanding loan, that is whether secured or unsecured loan, that is ineligible to get the status of dormant company. But in certain circumstances, a company which has outstanding unsecured loan, not secured loan, outstanding unsecured loan, that company can apply the status for converting itself into dormant company if the company gets from the lender a no objection certificate. This is objection, NOC, no objection certificate. That is, the lender has having no objection regarding the conversion of the company into dormant company. With regard outstanding unsecured loan, the company can apply the status for dormant companies. The company can apply the status for converting itself into a dormant company. Thank you.